Hi guys, Assalamualaikum and very good day everyone. My name is Ahmad Azwar bin Ros Asman, holding MATRIC card number 2202 at 933. I am one of the students from University College of Aviation Malaysia, where it was have a collaboration with the Buckingham University at UK. So, in this semester, I have taken one subject which is employment and research planning, where I have to done one task to do an interview session to apply any job or vacancy that I admire. So, from the first coursework, I have admired to apply to become one of the flight dispatcher at one company. So stay tuned guys if you want to see the example of interview session when I apply for this job as a flight dispatcher in one company.
First question, why did you apply for this job?
So thank you sir for the first questions. So the reason why I applied to become one of the flight dispatcher in your company is because first, I have an experience to work with the flight dispatcher before, where before this I have done my internship at Malindo Aviation Durian Berhad in the crew dispatch center department, where I have worked with the one of the flight dispatcher that ensure the movement of the aircraft always smooth and clear. So I have an experience to know about what is the job scope of the flight dispatcher. And the second reason is because flight dispatcher is one of my dream job from my younger age. So I abroad my study in the aviation college to know more things about the flight dispatcher.
Question 2, what personal and professional skills would you bring to our company and to this specific job?
So for the second question, what is the personal and the professional skills that I can bring to your company? First, I am one of the punctual person, where in the aviation industry, punctuality is one of the important skill that must be held in the aviator, so they can manage their time wisely, so the operation will always going smooth and clear and will avoid any delay that can cause the brand image of the airlines going down. As we know, there will be the aircraft weight limitation that we must follow to ensure the aircraft always fly in the safe condition. So for the second personal skill, I have knowledge about on how the flight dispatcher work, where I know some knowledge or some theory about on how to calculate the aircraft weight and to ensure the aircraft always balanced during the flight from the departure until it arrive at the destination airport. And the third personal and professional skill that I have is I know on how to read the weather forecast. Weather is one of the important elements that we must consider in the aviation industry, because weather cannot be predicted and can be changed from time to time. So I know some knowledge about on how to read the meta report about the aviation industry.
Third question, why did you choose to get a university degree in University College of Aviation Malaysia?
So for the third question, why I choose University College of Aviation Malaysia as my university to abroad my study is because University College of Aviation Malaysia have exposed me on the real situation of the aviation industry, so I can explore more about the aviation industry, especially the job that I have applied in your company, which is flight dispatcher. So if I study in University College of Aviation Malaysia, I can get many knowledge and many experienced lecturer that can give me exposure about the real situation of aviation industry. As we know, aviation industry is one of the harm or very high risk industry because it was involved with many lives. So we must optimize the human performance and reduce the human error. So I choose this University College of Aviation Malaysia to chase my dream to become one of the flight dispatcher and become one of the quality person to take this opportunity to become one of the flight dispatcher in your company.
Fourth question, do you like working in team, or do you prefer to work alone?
So for the fourth questions, where I prefer to work in a team compared to work alone, this is because if we work in a team, we can get many ideas and solution from other teams. As we know, every people have their own thinking, so we can get many ideas and solution from them to solve our problem compared to we work alone, where we will stress ourselves because we'll have to think it alone. So for me, work as a team is better compared to the work alone. So I prefer to work in a team compared to work alone.
Fifth question. Can you think a situation where you were faced with a difficult or impossible task and describe what you did?
Thank you for the questions. If I face any difficulty or impossible task, what I will done, for example, if the aircraft suddenly malfunction or the weather suddenly change that cause the aircraft difficult to fly, I will manage the situation wisely and calmly. This is because, as we know, flight dispatcher is one of the stressful job in the aviation industry because it was involved with many life. So if we do a carelessness, it will give harm to the passenger safety. So we must think it wisely and carefully on what is the action that we can take or I can take to solve the problem. Other than that, I will discuss with the other crew on how to settle the problem, so it will bring brand image of this company always in a good conditions. So people will always choose this airline or this company to travel from one place to another place.
Last question. There are some very strong candidates applying for this post. Can you give me a good reason why it should be offered to you?
If there are some very strong candidates compared to me to apply for this job, it will be fine, but you have to think twice. I have an experience and I have knowledge, so I will use these two elements, experience and knowledge, to do this job as a flight dispatcher in your company. So I will take the responsible to become one of the good flight dispatcher in your company to ensure all the aircraft movement always smooth and clear. As we know, a flight dispatcher is one of the risks job in the aviation industry. It was like a backbone of the aviation industry. So if the pilot want to fly, they will need help from the flight dispatcher to ensure the weather is good for the aircraft to move, where the aircraft weight is good to fly, and the fuel is good enough for the aircraft to reach the destination airport. Okay guys, that's all from my video about interview session to apply for the job vacancy as a flight dispatcher in one company. So thank you for your time and have a nice day. Thank you.